Let's begin with our top story. The Supreme Court today referred Article 370 related cases, petitions to 5-judge constitution bench. The apex court, while hearing plea against the repeal of Article 370, said that petitions related to the abrogation of special status in Jammu and Kashmir will be heard by a constitution bench in October. It also rejected the centre's plea and sought responses to the notice from the centre within a week. The cases regarding media restrictions in Jammu and Kashmir will be heard after 7 days. And my colleague Vikas Sarthi is joining us with more updates from the Supreme Court. Vikas, just take us through the developments that happened in the Supreme Court. What has the court said in the notice to the centre? And second, the constitution of a constitution bench by the Supreme Court. What are the implications of that?
Well, Shubhendu, first of all, there were several petitions filed in the Supreme Court against abrogation of 370 and some connected issues as well. So there were two petitions also. One was filed by the Kashmiri students, some of the Kashmiri students who wanted to travel to Valley and meet their parents, but they were not able to do so because of some restrictions. Today, Supreme Court has allowed them to go to Valley and visit their families. If there are some issues related to security arises, then Jammu and Kashmir police must provide adequate security to these students. Apart from it, there was another petition filed by CPIM leader Sitaram Yechury. He wanted to visit his MLA Yusuf Tarigami. Yechury claimed that Tarigami is not well and he need to be shifted to AIMS, but due to restrictions, it is not possible for him to either to talk to him or to meet him. So today, Supreme Court had directed Centre as well as Jammu and Kashmir government to ensure that Sitaram Yechury go to the Valley and meet his MLA. Though court has also directed Sitaram Yechury not to indulge in any other activity, any other political activity.
Okay.
The permission has been given just to meet his MLA and to return and report to the Supreme Court that what is his condition, and then Supreme Court will decide whether there some other kind of interim orders are required to shift Tarigami to AIMS. Now, the third part was that there was a bunch of petitions which were filed against the abrogation of 370, Article 370, saying that the government's decision is unconstitutional. Today, Supreme Court didn't hear those issues on merits, but after going through all those petitions, court said that that a 5-judge constitution bench will be the appropriate forum to hear this matter.
All right.
These petitions will be heard in the first week of October by a 5-judge constitution bench, since the issue started with the abrogation of Article 370 by a presidential order. Because of that, court feels that constitution bench should hear this matter and will decide whether these petitions need to be entertained or not. Now in October, court will hear. And
because broadly, do we have any insight into what these petitions are saying about the abrogation of the article?
Well, most of the petitions says that this kind of decision cannot be taken unilaterally. There must be a constituent assembly in Jammu and Kashmir which should have ratified this resolution of abrogation of Article 370. There was no constituent assembly at that point in time when this president order has been issued lately. So everything is dependent on the interpretation of Jammu and Kashmir Constitution as well as the Article 370 of Constitution of India. All these petitions say that Union of India, with or without any presidential order, cannot unilaterally remove Article 370.
Right, Vikas.
That is the main ground.
All right, Vikas. Thanks very much for joining us with those inputs from the Supreme Court.